What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Panthers Advice. Man, it is finally time to put on that Panthers gear. Man, this team, we're already looking better than last year, arguably, right? You know, we got rid of Burns, we got rid of Louvu, but you bring in DJ, you bring in Clowney, you bring in Jewell, who I think is going to be a beast. We bring in some defensive back help, which we're going to go over later in the video. This team might be better. I'm not going to lie to you. We still got Derek Brown right there in the middle of the defense. Man, DJ, Clowney, Derek Brown. You got Jewell in the middle. We'll see what else they bring in. More defensive back help. This team, man. So, to start the video today, we're going to go over Clowney, but we have to talk about Dan Morgan because in this press conference, I know you guys remember, they're like, all right, the Panthers went out and basically just hired Scott's best friend, right? They replaced Scott with Scott Jr. I'm just saying, this doesn't seem like Scott Jr. to me, man. Let's give props to Dan real quick and listen to what he said in the press conference over a month ago, man.
We're going to do everything in our power to build this team the right way, not only on the field, but off the field. The type of character guys that we bring in are going to be guys that love football, play with passion, and play with the relentless pursuit of greatness.
So let's talk about that real quick. Dan talks about bringing in guys who actually want to play football. And you're going to see the defensive backs he brought in, yeah, they want to play. They had to work to get to where they are now. We're going to go over that later in the video. Stay tuned. Let's see what else Dan said over a month ago.
Passionate about bringing a team that the fans can be proud of, that our players can be proud of, like as Jay Stu would say, those dogs.
Once again, he's not wrong. They're bringing in some dogs. We got 2 new offensive linemen. You got Dionte Johnson. I still think they're going to go and get another receiver, probably through the draft, right? And probably through free agency too. So this whole depth chart, this team, come OTAs, may look better off the rep than it did at any point last year. Like, we're going to look at this team in a couple months and be like, wait, this team compared to last year's team, it won't even be close. It won't. Let's keep it going, man.
We need some dogs. Like, we got to get some guys that are passionate about football, that love football. They want to come out every day and compete on the practice field, in the weight room. We need competitors. We got to bring that back here. We got to bring that back here to Bank of America Stadium, to where people get excited about coming to see our team. We're super passionate about bringing a team that the fans can be proud of, that our players can be proud of. Like when teams drive up to this stadium, we want them to fear that logo. The logo has to be feared again, because right now it's not feared.
Woo! I love that right there. I love that right there. Because right now it's not feared. If you look at the top teams, right? Baltimore, you're going there. I got to verse Lamar Jackson. Damn. Arrowhead, Patrick Mahomes. Who does Carolina have right now? Whether it's offense or defense, we need somebody who's going to be that next franchise player. And Dan is definitely on the right track. The guys he's bringing in, man, oh man. Whether it's Jewell, whether it's Clowney, Dionte Johnson, if we can get him on the right track, I'm just saying. Now let's talk about the reason I'm even doing this video. Mr. Jadeveon Clowney. This dude tied his career sacks in a season last year. So it's not like we're bringing in Justin Houston like we did last year, right? Or Deion Jones as well. We're bringing in Clowney, who tied his career sacks in a season last year to the team. You pair that with DJ from Minnesota. You pair that with Derek Brown. You got Jewell in the middle too. And here's the thing. We're not even to the draft yet. We're not even in April yet. The season ended, 2 months ago in January? It's not even April. And look at the moves that are already being made. You got Jewell. You got Clowney. You got DJ. Keep Derek Brown. I mean, come on, man. And you get defensive back help. We're going to do a film breakdown either tomorrow or Monday. Stay tuned for that. But If you guys aren't excited, I don't know what to tell you. Right? That's just the defense. Clowney, Jewell, defensive back help, which we're going to go over right now. Have Derek Brown, have DJ. I mean, come on, man. Now let's talk about how the depth chart's going to look as of right now in a base kind of 3-4 defense. So now we're going to jump into the depth chart and talk about how this team looks in a base 3-4 defense. Up top, from the Los Angeles Rams, we have Jordan Fuller. Panthers signed him in free agency. Love this move right here. Right cornerback, we've got Dane Jackson right here from the Buffalo Bills. Now remember what I said earlier in the video. Dan wants to bring in people who actually want to play the game of football, who are excited to play, who want to grind. Let's talk about Jordan Fuller real quick. Jordan Fuller, 6th round pick 199. He had to grind. When you're a 6th round pick, nothing is guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed. So he had to grind. Then you talk about Dane Jackson, the cornerback right here. Guess what round he was? Round 7, pick 239. These aren't guys who were round 2, round 1, round 3, and kind of faded off and hopefully they can rejuvenate their career. No, these are guys who have grinded and worked, and now they get to start, most likely, right? So I love these two pickups for that reason. Round 6 and round 7, they had to grind and work to make the team to start with. And really, that's just year 1. Year 2, they had to prove themselves again. And now they get a nice contract, and they're on the Carolina Panthers, man. Let's fill out the rest of this depth chart. So now let's start over here. Left cornerback, that's going to be J.C. Horn right here. Obviously, mixed thoughts on this. One of the best cornerbacks in the league when healthy, right? I'm not going to spend too much time on that. We'll talk about that as we get closer to the season. But as of right now, that's J.C. Horn right there. Next up is Xavier Woods. I'm kind of mixed on him because last year it just seemed like the whole defense was kind of in shambles, right? So you got Xavier right here, strong safety. You got Fuller right here, free safety. Horn, left cornerback. Then you got Jackson right here. He's the right cornerback. Now let's dive into the front 7, man. The front 7. Left defensive end, we're going to have Derek Brown right here, and I accidentally just cleared my screen, so I apologize about that. Nose tackle, we're going to have Tuttle right here as of right now. Again, we don't know who else the Panthers are going to sign, trade for, draft, but as of right now, that's kind of what we're looking at. And then right defensive end, could be Robinson, could be LeBron Ray, but we'll do Robinson as of right now. Let's talk about the linebackers. Left outside linebacker is going to be Clowney over here. You put him next to Derek Brown. Oh, man. This should be exciting, man. This is going to be exciting. And then left inside linebacker is going to be, as of right now, most likely Shaq right here. We'll see what happens. Next to Shaq is going to be JJ, Mr. Jewell right here, who the Panthers signed from the Denver Broncos. And then the other linebacker position is going to be DJ, who the Panthers signed from Minnesota. As of right now, I do like this team a lot. Obviously, losing Burns and Luvu is going to hurt a little bit, but I like this front 7. You got Horn over here. Hopefully he's healthy, because I imagine the Panthers are probably going to try and get another cornerback in the draft. Whether it's 5th, 6th, 7th, they're going to draft a cornerback, and I'm curious to see, do they draft height, play for the zone, man-to-man guy? Then at free safety, we got Mr. Jordan Fuller up here. We got Woods down here, strong safety. Bang, bang. And then Mr. Jackson as the other cornerback, right? So let me know what you guys think of this team, though. You got Horn right here. You got Fuller. You got Xavier Woods. You got Dane Jackson, Clowney, Shaq Thompson, Jewell right there, DJ from Minnesota, Derek Brown, Tuttle, and then Robinson. Not too shabby. Now, let's say we go into a nickel package. Most likely that's going to be Troy Hill. Troy Hill definitely showed some flashes later in the season. So if they go into a nickel package, most likely that's going to be Troy right here. I'm not mad at this team. I definitely think we can make improvements in certain places, but as of right now, not too shabby. We're going to do an offensive depth chart here soon. Let me know what you guys think of this team overall, especially this defense. I'm excited. You know, I didn't want to say anything too early on, but the Panthers are making moves, and like I said before, it's not even April. I feel like they're going to make some moves in the draft, and I'm curious to see how they approach each position and what they look for, right? When it comes to corner, is it man or zone, right? When it comes to the end, we want speed or strength. That's something to watch, and it's something we're definitely going to keep our eye on this channel. Stay tuned, as always. More content coming soon. Love you guys. Take it easy.